Okay.
To be honest, in this game, guys, I believe no crouch video kick should be 7 frame. I believe all of the crouch video kicks should be 8 frames. 7 frame crouch video kick in this game is insane. I think the only thing keeping Ken alive is how fast his crouch video kick is. People don't understand. His crouch video kick is insanely fast and insanely long. It's good.
Predictable.
I think NA underrates Ed because there aren't many there. That's true, Broski. Me personally, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me or not. I think Ed is the best in the game. I think Ed is the best in the game because Ed. So I would say Akuma is the best in the game. Okay? But since Akuma is not as good in FT2, I would say Ed is the best in the game. But if tournaments were best of 5, I would say Akuma is the best.
Wait, Shawai's playing Ed?
If you understand what I mean. I would say Akuma is the best in the game if tournaments were FT3. This character is so good. It's so good. But I'm pretty sure currently in the form of the tournaments are,
I
he's
knew
the
it.
best in the game. But if you don't talk tournaments, casual play, Akuma is the best. And after them, Rashid. Akuma's that unstable because of health, yeah. Not just that, because Akuma's game plan relies so much on fireball. But in FT2, you don't know the mentality of the player you're going against. If he's a jumper, if he's not, you throw a fireball.
No.
Oh, shit. You lose big health if someone throws a fireball. If you throw a fireball and someone jumps. So that's why I think in FT2 he's not that good. But FT3, from game 1 you would know the tendencies of the player. If he's a jumper, he's not, you would know the tendencies of the player.
This always hits people.
This is
Height,
blockable.
height.
Bro, no way he's big. What?
Huh?
Bro. I changed my mind. Rashid is top 1. What is this?
Okay.
To be honest, in this game, guys, I believe no crouch video kick should be 7 frame. I believe all of the crouch video kicks should be 8 frame.
Why does he always like to DP when it's gonna kill?
7 frame crouch video kick in this game is insane. I think the only thing keeping Ken alive is how fast his crouch video kick is. People don't understand. His crouch video kick is insanely fast and insanely long. It's good.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
I'm saying Ed is top 1. If you
What's
go,
up, Jonathan?
brother, just go watch Leshar versus Shooter, like recently in Street Battle League. You would know after that set why I'm saying Ed is top 1. Because the way this man is using Ed, brother, he makes me feel that Ed doesn't lose any matchup. This guy, the way he plays, he doesn't even go in. He just tries to react to your stuff. He only goes in when he needs to. I think that's the way Ed is supposed to play. I'm 100% sure Ed is top 1. As I said, Akuma is top 1 if tournaments are FT3. But since tournaments are FT2s, Ed is the king of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, Akuma does actually have longer range than Ken. 8 frames generally have longer range than 7 frame.
Yeah, I know that, Phenom, but the fact that it's 7 frame, it's so good. So good, Phenom. 7 frame crouch video kicks is so good. For scramble situations, it's so good. Someone pressing buttons coming at you, it's more likely for a 7 frame crouch video kick to hit than an 8 frame. I'm sure you noticed this as well. Since you play Kami,
Oh no.
I'm sure you noticed this. Like in a scramble situation, Ken crouch video kick is more likely to hit than an 8 frame crouch video kick. But in that case, Akuma will, in that scramble, would use crouch video punch instead of crouch video kick. Since it's 6 frame, but the range doesn't help it a lot. But it hits a lot of buttons in a scramble situation.
Nope.
Of course, Phenom. If they have to make it 8 frame, they have to increase the range. Otherwise, Ken is not gonna be able to fight against like these characters. So many characters speak about Ken having corner carry, but what Ken does in the corner is not as good as what Ed does in the corner. It's not as good as what Rashid does in the corner. It's not as good as what Akuma does in the corner. There are characters in the corner that are way better than Ken. Akuma does way less when he puts these characters in the corner. So Ken corner carry is insane, but his damage is not as great to do what these characters do in the corner. So this is a good balance for Ken. So if they nerf his crouch wheelie kick, he has the same corner carry, but in scramble situations, Ken is so. The reason I think Ken is amazing in clutch moments, especially, because I think Ken in scramble situations is very good because of the way his neutral is.
I know.
So if they nerf his crouch wheelie kick, yeah, this is unblockable. If they nerf his crouch wheelie kick, he is gonna be weak in scramble situations, which I don't think he will be able to hang on against these top tier characters. I think Ken is good versus all the top tiers, to be honest. All of them. Bison, Ed, Rashid, Kami. I think Ken is very good versus Kami. Also, what people don't understand is medium Jinrai is too strong as a tool for Ken. If they nerf medium Jinrai, Ken is not the same. If they nerf medium Jinrai, Ken is not the same character. Medium Jinrai is an insane tool for Ken. Insane tool. Because sometimes you don't want to spend 3 meters to go in, or you don't want to spend 2 EX bars. So you would catch people walking back by medium Jinrai. This is why Ken is very good, because he stops people from coming in with no drive meter. So this way, Ken is so good. He stops people from coming in without having to spend drive meter. So in this thing, Ken is better than some other characters.
The thing is you.
Ken is better than Akuma in that regard, where if someone is coming at him, he doesn't need to spend drive gauge to stop them from coming. But in all other aspects, Akuma is way better than Ken, in all other aspects. Yeah, Phenom, it's not like Jinrai is like something you can't deal with. You can deal with it, but dealing with it is a mix-up. Having to parry, having to do nothing. But I would say, if you have your drive gauge there and you block the medium Jinrai, for all the players who play against Ken, just block. Why do you have to fight against it? I know you want to punish him from not doing it again, but also trying to punish is a risk. So if you have the life lead, if you don't need to challenge it, just block it. You don't need to challenge it, you know? Just block. You know, Phenom, sometimes I do Jinrai on purpose so people EXDB me. The reason, Phenom, why I think Kami is why I think people think Kami is bad versus Ken. No, I mean Ken loses to Kami. It's because of the EXDB punish. Because when they are in the corner, when Kami is in the corner, you can't Jinrai her, otherwise the Kami player will EXDB and get out of the corner. But it's also good because you made the Kami player lose his 2 of his drive gauge. For example, he's 3, then he becomes 1 bar. He's out of the corner, but then you can burn him out and play based on that. Me personally, I do a lot of Jinrai so people can EXDB me to let them lose their drive gauge. This game, guys, is about drive gauge. Also, yeah, Ken in burnout. When Ken puts someone in burnout, he could be top 3. Could be. His burnout game is so good. His burnout game is insanely strong. So by you losing drive gauge is a win for Ken. It's actually a win for Ken. Yeah, versus Guile, Phenom, I never do Jabrai. I never do Jabrai unless he's just 2 bars. If he does the DB, he burn himself out, and I have a good life lead, big life lead. Then I would, in that case, I would medium Jabrai him, so he burns himself out after that EX flash kick. Because if he doesn't have 2 bars and he have more than that, by booming you, he's gonna gain more, and the flash kick is gonna affect you so much because you already struggled a lot to get in versus Guile. Like the thing I like about Ken mostly is his ground control. His ground control is something that I like actually. Actually, ground control characters are a safe pick in tournament.
What the fuck?
Kami, Ken, Ed, like these characters in tournament, in FT2 especially, they are very good because people think because their offense is so good. No, because their ground control is good. These characters' ground control is so good. I forgot actually, JB is one of those characters who are amazing at ground control. Very good character and to like control people in the ground. Me personally, I think like JB in this form can win a tournament. He can for sure win a tournament. The only broken thing about JB season 1 is Amnesia. Amnesia was not broken. It was above that. It wasn't just broken, it was more than broken. Broken is not the word to describe that move in season 1. Okay, double DI was broken, but Amnesia was above broken. That move, bro, this move is insane. Okay, now Amnesia is broken. Amnesia is broken now. But last season it was, it was like, I've never seen such a move in any history of fighting game. Actually, in season 1, I think Phenom was the best player in the world versus JB. Bro, Phenom was the best player in the world versus JB. I'm 100% sure of that. He doesn't care about Amnesia. Every time I laugh, he'd be throwing JB players 10 times in a row. He doesn't care about Amnesia. I'm telling you, you're not scared to die? He said, no, I don't care.